thanks for joining us again. We're so excited to have you painting with us today. We're going to learn about Kandinsky, Wassily Kandinsky. Have you guys ever heard of him?
No.
No.
It's a weird name.
It's pretty cool name, right?
Not weird.
Have you guys ever heard of synesthesia?
No.
That's a pretty big word, right? Now this guy says that he could hear colors and see sounds.
That's impossible.
It's not for some people though. We are going to be creating concentric circles, which means that you are creating an axis point, and then you're going to create circles upon circles around that axis point in different colors, okay?
Okay.
Some people have the giggles here. Wassily Kandinsky was actually born in Russia, but he became famous in Germany. We know some people from Germany, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, my grandma and grandpa, we call them Omi and Opa, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, he was actually an expressionist. What's an expressionist painter? An expressionist painter is someone who wanted to create art and use art to express their feelings and their emotions, usually through the bold use of line and color. So you guys are gonna see exactly what I mean in just a minute. For today's lesson, you are going to need a sheet of paper, preferably cardstock or painting paper, a cup of water. You're going to need paintbrushes, and then a palette of paints. We have red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're actually going to take our sheet and we're going to fold it this way. And then unfold it, and then you're going to take the other two sides and you're going to fold them so they are equal size. There you go. And then push it down and fold it. And once you're done, you should have 6 squares. Did you guys know that Kandinsky studied law?
No.
And he was actually going to be a lawyer, and then he decided to do art full time, and he became an art teacher? Yeah, pretty big change, right? Well, this is one of the pieces that he made. This is what we're creating based on today. And it actually is something that he used as a color reference when he created other paintings. So it wasn't really meant to be a finished piece, but people thought it was pretty cool, so it became a famous painting by him. And something that he was super inspired by was color. So our painting's gonna be really colorful. And he was actually one of the first artists who painted purely abstract art, which means it wasn't really recognizable. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna pick our colors, and I want every single circle and background to be different. Can you do it?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna just start going. I have a wet paintbrush here. We're using acrylics, and I'm gonna start with a circle. Then I'm gonna wash it out and go to my next color. Let's see, what color do I want next? I think I'm gonna do yellow. And I'd encourage you to work with different types of colors on the color wheel. Do you want to go complementary, opposite on the color wheel? Do you want to do analogous colors that are next to each other? Colors can show up very different just based on if you decide to present them next to each other when they are complementary versus analogous. And notice we are not starting with a pencil this time. We're just kind of going with the flow on this, right? We don't want it to be perfect. We don't want it to be exact. I'm going to try orange next to blue because those are complementary colors. So this is a good opportunity to play with colors and see how they look next to each other. And Kandinsky worked with a really free hand, which means he didn't try to be really perfect or exact. And you can see that when you look at the circles in his painting, that there's actually one on the way right that looks sort of triangular. The one on the way left looks like an oval. So don't feel like all of your circles have to be really perfect.
What was the painting called?
It is called Squares with Concentric Circles.
Cool.
Yeah, it describes it pretty well, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever notice how sometimes people name their artwork things that really make you think, like, wait, why did they name it that? And you really have to stare at the piece of art to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
And other people just name it totally literally, like this is what it is. And I think that this is because it was not exactly a piece of artwork that he meant to put out. It was a color study. And maybe you'll find out that if you're feeling a little anxious or stressed out today, that you might be trying to make your circles really perfect, right? Have you noticed that? I've noticed that with myself. So I think as I go along here, my circles might get a lot more messy, which is good because that means I'm relaxing my hand and I'm relaxing myself. And as I'm creating this, I'm trying to make sure that I'm not putting the same color next to each other too many times. So I can see how all sorts of different colors look next to each other. And don't feel like you have to do the same amount of rings for every single square. On some of them he had 4 or 5 different colors, and other ones there were like 6 or 7 different colors, so you can mix it up a bit. You guys starting to feel a little more relaxed while you work on this?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I felt a little nervous at first because it's like, ooh, circles, I need to make them perfect, right? But as I'm going along, it's like, well, if you look at his artwork right here, they're not perfect at all, right? It looks like he was really relaxed and had a lot of fun while he was making it. So that's what I'm gonna try to do, because art is supposed to be what?
Fun.
Fun, right? It relaxes you. Kind of helps you forget about other things, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think this one's my favorite so far. if you look at his painting too, the circles are not all the same size. Some are thin, some are thick. I hope you guys had as much fun as we did making this. I know that today I felt a little anxious and stressed out, and this helped me really unwind and relax tonight. Tell us a little bit about your painting.
I made 2 of the rainbows and one that looks like a sunset.
Ooh, what'd you say you thought this one looked like?
An eyeball.
Yeah, super cool. I started out with primary and secondary colors, and then we both started mixing colors because we felt like we got a little loosened up and wanted to try out using aqua and pink and letting some of the colors on the edges mix together, but still keeping them as separate, recognizable circles. So I like how it turned out. I think we'll put it up on our walls, and it's gonna add some awesome color in our house, hey? Yeah. All right, guys, don't forget to tag us on social media, #WildFreeAndCrafty, subscribe to our videos, and be sure to follow us on social media, the Rustic Orchid Creative Workshop and Wild Free and Crafty. You can go to our blog, wildfreeandcrafty.com, sign up for our newsletter so you never miss a beat. And also, a lot of you have asked, out of the kindness of your hearts, if you could donate to support what we're doing with these free daily art lessons. And if you go to our channel's main page and you go in the header, there is a donate button now so that you can do so. And I'll put one in the description of this video. So thank you guys so much. It's been so fun, and we'll see you tomorrow.